Hi, everybody. Hope you're having a great afternoon. I spilled my coffee and come up with a great idea. Okay, this is still wet, but when that dries, that will make a gorgeous piece of paper. And I did it by accident. Okay, here's how I did it. Okay, I'm going to try not to do so much. I spilled my coffee and had actually too much on the paper, but I'm going to pour some coffee, or you can do tea or whatever. As you notice, my coffee has stuff in it. Then I just covered my paper with my awesome stuff, which is coffee, creamer, and Splenda. Okay, now my paper is wet, and my problem with the first sheet was that I had too many areas where the paper was just saturated in big puddles. Then I got this ink, or you can use acrylics or whatever you want. This was at Hobby Lobby. It was really expensive, and I got it for $2.24, and it doesn't take much, but you have to shake it up. And you can see it's got glitter in it. I'm not good about shaking. And then as my paper's wet, what I did was I dropped ink on it. Oh, look how pretty that is. I love that color. All right, then what I started doing, look how it's bleeding out. Isn't that amazing? Even though I got a bubble there. Okay. Then I took it's going to be a little noisy. This is my little heat gun. Okay. And then I started running it around. And sideways, blowing it. Look at that. And I just kept working with it. But I don't want to get it too dry. Oh, look at that one. Okay. And if it did not go or blend too much, like this one here, coffee time. Because if you get it wet, it will start to bleed. So there's a point that you can have too much fluid, and there's a point that you can have not enough fluid. Do I know what that is? No. But, and if you get to the point, you can always bring it out like this. Add a little more fluid through here. And I love to watch it move. I think that's my main thing, is when the paint starts to move. And if you get to a point that your paper, like I said, is dry, just re-wet it. And if you get too many lines like this, so it's getting dry, you can add another color. Hello. I made a mistake, and it's turning out great. What I did was, I literally had a cup of coffee here, has some creamer and Splenda in it, and accidentally spilled it on my paper. And you know how I like messy. All right. I love messy. And then I thought, what the hey? Look here. I've got some, and you can use acrylic. This just happens to be some ink that I found on sale. And I just dropped some ink on it. Oh, look how pretty. Took my heat gun. Okay, let's see what happens. It's a little noisy. And of course, with me, it's always messy. But watch as your paper transforms into whatever you want it to be. You can add other colors, and I found one thing out is if you let it, you can start bringing your colors down like this and slant your paper so that my awful coffee gets all over it. Okay. Let's see if I can. And as you can see, I'm making a heck of a mess, but you know what? It's okay. I'm going to pour it this way for a little bit. And I'm going to keep working on this, just like this. And if I found out though, if you have a little dry spot like right here, you can take your finger and pull it back. You can actually take a paintbrush and dab it. Now, unfortunately, this side didn't get a lot of water or coffee, whatever you decide to use. So, let me run this one down here. Look at these colors. Isn't that amazing? Okay, just keep going. You know what? If you don't like it, you can add other colors, or you can give it to someone and throw it away. But these are gorgeous pieces of paper when you get done that you would pay a lot of money for. So, see this corner right here? I'm going to go back to the coffee. Smear a little on here. Make my paper wet again. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of my ink, drop it on, start smearing it around. However you want to do it. Remember, this is yours. Isn't that amazing? Instead of buying somebody else's paper, you can make your own. And you can also splatter. And I'm not good at splattering. But splattering is where you take your brush and you hit it like that. And what I do is I usually end up splattering myself. Just put another drop there. And run that back there. And sometimes I get too much in one area. But you know what? It's okay. Now, if there's areas that you have that you want color and down, just keep adding your liquid. Take it off your desk, even though half my liquid is now in a shoe under my desk. Okay. I like to cover up the corner. That's just me though. Alright. Organized? No. Having fun? You betcha. Alright. Let's see if this is still wet. Alright. Now I'm going to let that one dry. This one is almost dry. This is the first one. This is my coffee mix. It's drying. This is where I spilled my coffee and decided to add that blue ink. Isn't that gorgeous? So anyway, you can use any liquid. You know, I may try some Coke or something after a while to see how that does and see how that works with the inks. But anyway, have fun, enjoy, be messy, I'm going to go clean out my shoe from where it ran down my desk. And see y'all later. Okay. I had to go ahead and try this. This is actually Dr. Pepper on my paper with the same blue ink. Oh my gosh, look how gorgeous that's getting. I love this. And this is with, I don't know if it's a carbonation or what that's making it spread out more. But I'm going to apply a little heat to it. I don't want to apply much because I like the way it's, the color's going all over. Whoops, goes a can. All right, I'm just going to add a little heat high. Oh my goodness, look at that corner. Let's see what it does over here. As you can see, this corner here may not have been wet enough, while the other corner, as you can see, is now dripping back into my shoe. Go run this way. Go this way with the blue. Try to get some color. I'm sorry that I believe I'm in front of the camera, but I'm trying to get this heater. And you can also just tip your paper if you want to. Okay, now remember, this is soda and my ink. It takes about 24 hours in this rainy weather for me for my paper to completely dry through, because the back is also wet. So, I do not have a little line. I thought about trying to put up a little clothesline and getting clothespins or something to hold the paper, because that way it would even give it more design. Because if I hung this up right now, it would continue, the paint would continue to slide and roll down the sides. You can see. Isn't that pretty? Can't wait to see what it looks like when it dries. I'll show you all when it's all dry. Back again. I wanted to let you know that the paper has dried. And sometimes when the paper dries, if you will take a little iron, if they curl up, just take a little iron. I don't iron. But you can always press this down. Or you can put it actually in between books. Today's rainy. Nothing is really going to dry out real quick. So this is what the papers look like. I told you I would show them to you after they got dry. Okay. That's one. Here's this one, which I thought about adding some more stuff to it, but you know what? This is just a real pretty paper, especially if it's folded in half and used for a journal. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Whoops. Go figure. Okay. This is my first one that has finally dried, which I really love this one. This is my oops paper. When I spilled my coffee on that started this whole thing today. And then this one is the last one I did. The only thing is, it doesn't look like it, but these are purple. And what I did was I took a very small piece of paper. I don't have one here handy. I took a small piece of paper, blotted it with some of the purple paint while this was wet, and just smudged it all over. And then let it dry. Now, does your paper look funky on the back? Yes, but if you're journaling with it, how great is that? If you touched up the edges, I use brown, and then even put lines on this. Run this through your printer, put lines on it, or even decorate this side now. All right, guys. These are my oops coffee ink stained pages. Hope you enjoy Messy Crafters.